The Zaphirian Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Ana Martinez stepped into the circular arena, her boots clicking against the polished stone floor. The alien delegates towered above her from their elevated seats, their crystalline forms refracting the harsh purple light in menacing patterns. At her side, her colleague Helan Chen maintained his diplomatic composure, though she could see the tension in his shoulders. "Human Ana Martinez," rasped High Counselor Vexthak, his voice like grinding glass. "You come before us demanding territorial rights in the Outer Rim, yet your species has existed in space for merely 3 of your centuries. What makes you think you deserve what we have protected for millennia?" Ana straightened, meeting the alien's multifaceted gaze without flinching. "Because we've earned our place among the stars through determination, ingenuity, and the willingness to defend what's ours." A ripple of what might have been laughter passed through the assembled Zaphirians. Their translator devices rendered it as a sound like breaking crystal. "Defend?" Vexthak's appendages clicked together in amusement. "Your soft pink species? You have no natural weapons, no armor, no venom. You are prey animals who learned to use tools." He gestured with one razor-sharp limb toward the arena's center. "Perhaps you need a demonstration of what true predators look like." The floor began to iris open, revealing a pit below. From its depths came a sound that made Helen step back instinctively. A bone-deep roar that spoke of ancient hunger and violence. The creature that emerged defied easy description. It stood 4 meters tall, its obsidian hide covered in natural armor plates. 6 legs ended in claws that could slice through steel, and its elongated skull housed rows of serrated teeth. Acid dripped from its maw, sizzling against the stone. "Behold the Korthak," Vexthak announced with pride. "Apex predator of our homeworld. We have bred them for war across 1,000 generations. This specimen has killed 47 warriors from various species." The creature's red eyes fixed on Ana, and it let out another earth-shaking roar. "Tell us again about your right to the stars, little human." Ana surveyed the beast calmly, then slowly reached into her jacket. The Zaphirians tensed, expecting a weapon, but she withdrew something far more innocuous. A simple metal whistle, small enough to fit in her palm. "You want to know what makes humanity special?" She raised the whistle to her lips. "We don't just survive. We make friends." The note that emerged was barely audible to the alien delegates pitched far below their hearing range. But the Korthak heard it. The creature's roar died in its throat, replaced by a confused whimper. It backed away from Ana, its massive head swiveling as if searching for something. "What trickery is this?" Vexthak demanded. Ana smiled, an expression that would have chilled any human who knew her well. "No trickery, just a dinner bell." The chamber's massive viewing screens flickered to life, showing the space around the Zaphirian station. At first, there was nothing but stars and the distant glow of the system's twin suns. Then the shadows began to move. They emerged from the void like nightmares given form. Creatures of Earth's deepest oceans and darkest forests. A pack of what the aliens would later learn were called wolves phased through the station's hull, their forms somehow adapted for the vacuum of space. Behind them came something even more terrifying. A massive shape with tentacles that spanned kilometers. Intelligence burning in eyes the size of starships. "Impossible," breathed another council member. "Those are mere Earth animals. They cannot survive in space, cannot what?" Ana interrupted, her voice carrying across the suddenly silent chamber. "Cannot adapt, cannot evolve, cannot follow their pack leader across the galaxy." The whistle sang again and more shapes appeared on the screens. Great cats with manes of stellar fire, serpents that coiled through asteroid fields, and things that had no names in any language, but had answered humanity's call nonetheless. The Korthak, sensing the presence of true apex predators, cowered against the far wall of the arena. Its genetic programming, honed by millennia of careful breeding, recognized something its creators never could have anticipated: the scent of Earth. Helen found his voice first. "How?" he whispered. You remember the Prometheus project? Anna asked without taking her eyes off the terrified war beast. What did you think we were really doing out there in the deep black? Mapping systems? Cataloging resources? She laughed, a sound with no humor in it. We were making friends, teaching them, learning from them, showing them what it means to be pack. The wolves had somehow manifested within the chamber itself now, their forms shifting between solid matter and something else entirely. They moved, with perfect coordination, surrounding the Korthak but making no aggressive moves. They simply waited, patient as death itself. Vexthak's crystalline form was shifting through colors Anna had never seen before. Probably fear, though she couldn't be certain. This is impossible. Animals cannot. Animals? Anna's voice cut through his protest like a blade. You call them animals, but they followed us to the stars. They learned to breathe vacuum and swim through dark matter because we asked them to, because we're family. She gestured to the screens where more shapes continued to emerge from the further. Every world we've settled, every system we've claimed, they've been there with us. Not as pets or tools, but as partners. The largest wolf, a magnificent specimen with fur that seemed to contain starlight, approached Anna directly. It lowered its head and she rested her hand between its ears with casual familiarity. You want to know why we deserve a place in the galaxy? Anna's voice carried to every corner of the chamber. Because we don't conquer worlds. We make them home. We don't breed war beasts. We earn the loyalty of legends. She looked directly at Vexthak. And because when you threaten one of us, you threaten all of us. The Korthak, pressed against the wall by the mere presence of Earth's children, let out a sound that could only be described as a whimper. The apex predator of an entire world, reduced to a cowering shadow by creatures that had chosen to follow humanity to the stars. High Counselor Vexthak was quiet for a long moment, his crystalline form cycling through what Anna now recognized as deep contemplation. Finally he spoke. The territorial rights you seek in the Outer Rim, he said slowly, are yours. We did not understand the nature of your pack bonds. Anna nodded once, then raised the whistle to her lips again. This time the note was different, higher, warmer. One by one, the creatures of Earth began to fade from view, returning to whatever dimension they occupied when not needed. The wolves were last to go, their leader touching Anna's hand once more before dissolving into starlight. Thank you for the demonstration, Anna said, tucking the whistle back into her jacket. We'll have our colony ships moving within the week. As she and Helen walked toward the chamber's exit, she heard the Zaphirian behind them whisper to his companion, Note to the fleet, avoid human space, and never ever threaten their cubs. Anna smiled. Sometimes the best diplomacy came from showing rather than telling, and sometimes the most powerful weapon in the galaxy was simply knowing you were never truly alone.